Hello friends, and welcome to the Hanged Man in the Moon. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm pleased to meet you. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. I'm truly honored. Friends, if you are a returning visitor, you might be scared out of your mind because the lighting is weird, the place is strange, and you might be wondering what the heck is wrong with me and what is going on. Well, friends, let me tell you. So, last night, I had an inspiration, and so I've been scrambling to get this together in time because suddenly, as I was going to sleep last night, by the way, just in case you're curious, my card for the day today, which I drew before all of this happened, I draw my card of the day the night before, just so you know, was the Ace of Wands. And apparently it had its way with me because last night, as I was getting ready to go to bed, and as I was lying down, suddenly in my mind was a flash. Decan walk. Yes, a decan walk. I thought I should do a decan walk. Now, hang on. This clicked into place for me very quickly last night, and I looked at my calendar thinking, oh, it's probably already too late. And then I saw, no, it's not too late. I've still got a week to prepare. So here I am preparing. Now, why am I doing this? And why is the title of this video so strange? You've seen it already, right? And I've got a hashtag just because I wanted to. And I'm starting a new playlist too. So the hashtag and the playlist will both be called A Different Kind of Decan Walk. A Different Kind of Decan Walk. Because if you've been following along with my channel, you know that I did a series, which I called Walking the Lines of Origins to Deeper Strata, with the subtitle of Peeling Back the Symbolic Palimpsest, in which I have reorganized and restructured for myself the esoteric associations to the Tarot. Different from the Golden Dawn, different from most other systems. And I'm not doing this as one of my friends has complained about some tarot authors. I am not cutting this out of whole cloth. Yes? I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, and I'm going back to earlier associations than the Golden Dawn, but still I'm finding what seems pure for me and correct for me. And so I did a series of videos. And when I thought of, hey, I should do a decan walk, I also thought that, this would be a really good way for me to solidify and to really get comfortable with the associations that I've made and that I've already started to read with here on the channel. So, even though I am deeply grateful to people, especially T. Susan Chang, who published books on the decans and tarot, I'm not using that system. Yeah, I'm not using the Chaldean system. I'm not using the Golden Dawn system. So, what am I going to be using? Picking the deck was difficult because I love Thoth, and the Thoth deck has those wonderful astrological glyphs printed right there on the cards, but they're the Chaldean system, and that's not what I'm using. I heard one person say that it was the Western system of astrology, but it is a system of the Western tradition, the Chaldean system. There's another one. The one that I'm using is also Western. Yes, I'm not doing Vedic astrology. I'm not doing other forms of astrology, Chinese astrology. I'm doing Western astrology, but in a non-Chaldean system. One that I believe was co-currently created. So, The deck that I really cut my teeth with astrology and tarot was this deck, the Tarot of the Holy Light, and I hope you can see it. It's a beautiful deck. I highly recommend it. It's an excellent book that goes with it. There are two excellent books that go with it. But unfortunately, while this system is very, very close to the one that I have organized for myself, it is just different enough for me to think I should not use this deck for this DecanWalk. Another deck that came to mind was this deck, which I'm not sure you can really read the backs of this deck. It is the CC Zane, the deck that was created for the Brotherhood of the Holy Light. It's an excellent deck. I highly recommend it. Also good for astrology and tarot. The reason I don't want to use this deck is that while it actually matches what I am doing almost exactly, still they switch out the suits. So, for example, discs, coins are air, and the swords suit is earth. I think, wait a second, no, I'm wrong. Let's see. The swords are earth, and the coins are air. Yes. So, I don't want to mess with that. Yeah, I want to keep my coins with the earth, the swords with the air, the wands with the fire, and the cups with the water. You know what I'm saying? So that cut that one out. I also thought of a very similar deck that was produced by Pappas, but I realized is not going to work for me either. So I am going to use my CS Tarot, which I'm using because I love the color, I love the crackle backs, I love the crackle background of each of the cards. It's what I'm using for my daily draw, so I think the CS Tarot is going to be the one I will use for the DecanWalk, a different kind of a DecanWalk. But I'm still working on that. I might change my mind when I start in a few days. You know what I mean? Things happen, yeah? Even boys can change their minds. Now, when we come to texts, so I can't use the wonderful books by T. Susan Chang because they're using the Chaldean system. They're using the Golden Dawn. And if you want to know what the difference between the Chaldean system and what I'm doing, I recommend you go take a look at my first introduction video to the Minor Arcana. And maybe I'll have links in here or maybe cards up there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm doing this video slapdash. Yeah, I haven't really planned this out because I'm right here in the middle of the work week and I've got other stuff I've got to do, and I'm going to be recording a different video on Friday and it would be too late. I wanted to give you advance notice of what I'm doing. Because the first video of the first real video of the series, the first decan, will be coming out on Saturday of this week. Yeah, so I wanted to get this up and out for you. So what am I using for references, for books? Well, I've got these two books that I will have to supplement the charts that I've already developed for my associations of astrology with the Minor Arcana. Yes, one of them is called Decanates and Duads. Yes, this one is based on a system of triplicities. It's by Sakoyan and Acker. I'm also going to probably use this one called The Decanates by Bernice Prill-Gebner for background information, yeah? Because both of these authors work with triplicities, yes? Now, I'm also going to use and take advantage of a very nice, concise, helpful oracle deck, yes? Which is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which I really do like to use for astrology. Because this oracle does not follow the Chaldean system. It does not follow the decans with triplicities. It gives us all 7 of the major planets with all of the signs. So I can pick and choose, yes? So if I'm going into Mercury, I will have Aries Mercury, Taurus Mercury, Gemini Mercury, Cancer Mercury, Leo Mercury, etc. And I'm not going to use all of them, but I can just pick out the ones that match the system I'm using for reference. So that's what I have planned to do, what I've planned to use. And again, I might change my mind on the tarot deck, but I think that's what part of me wants to use the Light Seers tarot. But the thing about the Smith-Waite deck is that almost everybody can get on board with it to some extent, right? There'll be some people who are, the Light Seers, it's too modern. There's some people who will be, this or that modern version of the deck is just, it's not my taste. Everybody can see the Smith-Waite deck as a standard studied kind of deck, right? I also thought about maybe pulling out Tarot de Marseille, but I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it simple. So that's what I'm planning on doing. What do you think? I'd love to hear what you think. Are you interested in watching this? Would you be interested in following along? Would you want to suggest other materials that I could reference? Materials that are based not in the Chaldean system, where the planets go by the speed that they move in the sky, but rather the system I'm using, which is triplicities, so that all of the rulers of the fire sign planets are in the fire sign zodiacal houses or signs. So all of the water sign rulers are in those water signs. For example, the water sign rulers are the Moon for Cancer, Mars for Scorpio. I'm using only the 7 traditional planets. Mars for Scorpio and Jupiter for Pisces. So those are the 3 planets that will be in different positions in those 3 signs. This is the thing that makes the most sense to me. So, if you've got maybe some additional resources that might match that system, share. Let's work on this together. I am not approaching this as a teacher. I'm approaching this as a fellow explorer. Does that make sense? So, my plan is the first decan of this different kind of decan walk will start on March 21st, this coming Saturday. And I will have recorded a video for that one, and it will be up on YouTube. Pray to God, the gods, all of them, all of us, that it will be up there then, and I will try to get a video up before each of the decans start. And I probably am going to be pretty short with these. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, I think, but we'll see. I'm long-winded, right? Okay, friends, so that's what I wanted to say. Let me know what you think. Do all those things that you do. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you want to have notifications of when these videos go up. Hit that all bell so you get notifications. Comment in the comment section to let me know what you think. If you've got other ideas for resources, I would love to hear that. And friends, let's get started with this walk, this different kind of decan walk, and see where it takes us. Thank you, friends. Now, as always, I wish you love, joy, well-being, and pure awareness. Thank you.